Shalom. I'm Brother Yawanathan, a servant for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, a prisoner of hope, a Hebrew Israelite scattered among the heathen.
That's okay, you can skip.
And we're going to turn to the east. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Krakadash. This is in a New English Bible with a prophet, Oxford Chamber, Cambridge, Wisdom of Solomon, 5-1. Then the just man shall take his stand, full of assurance, to confirm those who oppressed him and made light of all his sufferings. At the sight of him, there will be terror and confusion. Yes. So that's what we standing up boldly right now in a sight of them that oppressed us. Then the just man shall take his stand, full of assurance, to confront those who oppressed him and made light of all his sufferings. At the sight of him, there will be terror and confusion, and they will be beside themselves to see him so unexpectedly safe home, filled with remorse, groan, and gasping for breath. They will say among themselves. Yes, so when the so-called white man, the heathen, Edomites, Esau the Edomite villain, see us, that's how he feels. Was not this the man who was once our butt, a target for our contempt? Yes, a target for his contempt, a butt of all his jokes. Fools that we were, we held his way of life to be madness, and his end dishonorable. To think that he is now counted one of the sons of Yahweh and assigned a place of his own among God's people. Yes. So that's what they're gonna say, we never counted him for being one of God's sons, we hold him in contempt. He was the butt of all our jokes. How far we strayed from the road of truth. The lamp of justice never gave us light. The sun never rose upon us. We roamed to our hearts, wandering through trackless deserts and ignored Yahweh's highway, the Lord's highway, So they wandering from city to city, conquering, doing they treacherous dealings, taking over places, putting they assemblies in. What good has our pride done us? What can we show for our wealth and arrogance? All those things have passed by like a shadow, like a messenger gabbling by, like a ship that runs through the shoring sea. And when she has passed, not a trace is to be found. No track of keel among the waves, or as when a bird flies through the air, there is no sign of her passing. Yes. So when the Lord and his army get finished dealing with Esau, Edom, the Edomite villains, and the other nations, but mainly Esau, it's gonna be like, as when a bird flies through the air, there is no signs of her passing. Yes. It's like you was never here, you know. We're gonna jump to 5 and 15. We're still in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. But the just live forever. Their reward is in Yahweh's keeping, and the Most High has them in his care. Therefore, royal splendor shall be theirs, and a fair diadem, that's a crown, for Yahweh himself. Yes. So the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, the Lord then set a crown aside for us. And Yahweh Shai is going to crown us with them crowns if we be the man and with palms. He will protect them with his right hand and shield them with his arm. He will put on from head to foot the armor of all his wrath, and make all creations his weapons against his enemies. Yes. All weapons, everything on this earth can be a weapon made against the enemy, the Edomite villains, Esau. Just like the final, that movie, The Final Destination. And make all creations his weapons against his enemies, with the cuirass of justice of his breast, and on his head the helmet of doom. Inflexible, he would take holiness from his impenetrable shield, and sharpen his relentless anger for his sword. Yes. And his whole world shall join him in the fight against his frenzied foes. Yes, so he's gonna fight. Let's get that scripture. Revelations 17 and 15. No, let's start at 12. And the 10 horns which thou seest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. And that's NATO, you know. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and kings of kings, And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Yes, so they're going to fight against the Lord's army. And he said unto me, the waters which thou seest, where the horde sits, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, they shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Yes. So that's when the nukes come. The nukes gonna burn her flesh with fire. Yes. NATO eventually gonna turn against the whore. Gonna turn against Babylon the Great. As it says in Revelations chapter 17, verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, and abomination of the earth. Yes. So, as it says in verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. So they gonna hate the whore. They gonna hate America for all they treacherous dealings they have done. As it says in Psalms chapter 7, verse 15. He made a pit and digged it, and he fell into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own plate. Yes. So his violent dealings shall come upon his own plate. The things that he done is going to be done to him. As it says in Isaiah 33 and 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and that was not spoiled, and dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to dealing treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Yes. So they're going to deal treacherously with this whore, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, the abomination of the earth. And like it says in Joel 2, Joel 3 and 10. Let's start at 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that's what the weak gonna say. You know, the ones that they're pushing over, that they're bombing over there in the Middle East right now, they're gonna beat their pruning hooks into swords, and they're gonna say that I am strong. They're gonna get nuclear capability, and they're gonna shoot it at the whore, because they know that she deals treacherously. Ain't nothing like a dishonest whore, you know. Some whores are have a little dignity, but a dishonest whore, she the was. Back to Wisdom of Solomon. The bolts of his lightning shall fly straight on the mark. They shall leap upon the target. Yes, they're gonna leap upon America, because America is the target. Yes, just like that basketball went into the hoop, you know, threes, you know. Yes, America is the target. The whore, the dishonest whore. The bolts of lightning, yes, that's them nukes, that's the missiles that's gonna shoot over, shall fly straight on the mark. They shall leap upon the target, as if his bows in the clouds were drawn in its full arch, and the artillery of his resentment shall let fly a fury of hail. The waters of the sea shall rage over them. The rivers wash them relentlessly away. A great tempest will rise against them, a blow, and blow them away like chaff before a whirlwind. Yes, and we know that whirlwind has to do with them nukes. The world, when the fire keeps spreading and spreading. Yes, when it hit its mark, its target, the fire is going to continue to spread and spread. And like it says in Second Peter 3:10. But the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with feverish heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Yes, that fire's gonna burnt up. The elements gonna continue. Burn, harlot, burn. Yes, burn, harlot, burn. So lawlessness will make the whole world desolate, and active wickedness will overturn the thrones of the prince. Yes, so they're still active with their wickedness. And the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, gonna overthrow the princes. Hebrews 4:12. For the word of Yahweh is alive and active. It cuts more keenly than any two-edged sword, piercing as far as the place where life and spirit joins, and marrows divide. It shifts the purpose and thoughts of the heart. There is excuse me, there is none in creation that can hide from him. Everything lies naked and exposed to the eyes of the one with whom we have to reckon. Yes. We have to reckon the Lord. Yes. And this word, yes, is sharp. Yes, 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 yes. It cuts just the word of the Lord. Yes, it's brothers that can break down mysteries of this word to the T. But just the word of the Lord is sharp. The Lord Almighty Yahweh made me the way I am. I stick to you like peanut butter and tasty like jam. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm out here to preach the word. I used to smoke like a freight train and sip on Thunderbird. I done sold weed, crack, and meth, and still the Lord ain't gave up on me yet. Change from your evil ways and renew your mind. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Luke 14:21. So that servant came and showed his Lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, well, let's start it a little closer. Luke 14:12. Then said he also to that bade him, when thou makest a dinner or a supper, call not thy friends, nor thy brethren, neither the kinsmen, nor thy rich neighbors, lest they also bid thee again, and a recompense be made thee. But when thou makest a feast, call the poor, and the maimed, the lame, the blind, and thou shalt be blessed, for they cannot recompense thee, for thou shalt be recompensed at the reassurance of the just. And when one of them that sat at meat with him heard these things, he said unto him, Blessed is he that shall eat bread in the kingdom of Yahweh. Yes. So let's go to Revelations 19:9. And he said unto me, Right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he said unto me, These are the true sayings of Yahweh. Yes, so blessed are them that are called to the supper, to the marriage supper of the Lamb. And we know that Lamb is Yahweh Shai, who they crucified in Rome. Back to Luke 14:16. Then said unto him, A certain man made a great supper, and bade many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, Come, for all things are now ready. So bidden mean invited. And they all with one consent began to make excuses. The first said unto him, I have brought a piece of ground, and I must need go and see it, I pray thee have me excused. So they start making excuses not to come to the supper. And another said, I have brought 5 yokes of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee have me excuse. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So that servant came and showed his lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and the lanes of the city, and bring hither the poor and the maimed and the halt, meaning the cripple, and the blind. Yes, the ones that's blind to this word. And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. So he said, I done what you said, and there's still room in the supper. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. Yes, so that's what the men of the Lord are doing right now. We on the highways and hedges, compelling them, persuading them. For I say unto you that none of those men which were bidding shall taste of my supper. Yes, so none of the men that was invited, the Lord said they're not going to taste of his supper because they made up excuses and they was busy. And any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sister, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever does not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Yes, yes. And that's heavy. Heavy like a fat bitch. Ezekiel 33. And 31. And they come unto thee as the people cometh. No, we're going to start at 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the wall and in the doors of the houses. Yes, so still our people are mumbling and talking, you know, and speak one to another, everyone his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from Yahweh. So they talking about it, the word of Yahweh. And they come unto thee as the people come, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouths they show much love, but their heart goes after their covetousness. Their heart going after the things of this world, you know, fancy cars, you know, diamond rings, Christmas presents. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one having a pleasant voice. Yes, so we're unto them like a very pleasant song, you know. Yeah, a good voice. Yes, he know how to sing. Luther Vandross. And can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. Yes, so they hear the words of the Lord, but they do them not. And when this comes to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. Yes, yes. So when Jacob's trouble hit him, when the hour of temptation hit him, when the devil come in like a flood, then they gonna say, they was telling the truthesses. Yes. Solomon's government. Under Solomon's rule, Israel was divided into